Thomas low. Feeds it across for Lavoie. His quick shot. Catches the glass. Lardis will settle it. Still 33 seconds. Lardis and Lavoie exchange, and Lardis scores! From Chicago to Brantford, Nick Lardis gives the Bulldogs the 2-1 lead on the...
Eclipsing that pace with 4 in this game. 4 in 2 games.
Yeah, that's going to be tough as Lardis, his drive scores. Patrick Thomas continues to pile up the points tonight. Great feed up. Came off Crombie's skate. That'll be tossed towards the line. Lardis gets in front of it. Crombie for Thomas. Now Lardis in the slot, scores! That's exactly what they were looking for out of this top line. Calvin Crombie getting to the net, and Nick Lardis snaps it home.
Last year.
Found money. Lardis to the middle of the ice for Lavoie on his backhand. Twists it out front. Lardis, backside O'Brien. Tick-tack, goal. He's usually the playmaker. This time he's the finisher. Jake O'Brien extended it to the edge of his reach. Bradley, left side, Lardis, rink wide, to the end wall. Crombie over top of the puck, feeds it out to Lardis, scores! Oh, Calvin Crombie, as he's falling to the ice, puts it right on the tape of Nick Lardis. He's got 2 in the game. It's 4-1 Bulldogs. That was pretty.
Bulldogs. Big line out here with Thomas and Crombie and Lardis.
Crombie for Lardis. Toss him if you got him. Oh, this line's got something going. Nick Lardis has the hat trick. Calvin Crombie, what a night he's having.
Now on the right wing side, Crombie centering pass. They score! Nick Lardis gets it between the wickets of Colin McKenzie, and we are tied at 1. Wide, Lardis back out in front. Another shot off a stick of Foster, off the skate of Brad Horner, and Brantford leads it 4-3.
Well, a couple of crazy bounces in this period.
Moore, wrist shot, wide of the target, centering pass, Thomas can't get it, they bang away, loose puck, they score! Crombie roofs it, it's 5-3 Brantford.
Well, Crombie was there, Dan, but I think it's Lardis that actually gets this goal.
Hey, again, this could easily turn around quickly like it did for them in Ottawa yesterday, and it would be this line to do it.
One of the luxuries that both of these guys, they come in and they score. Nick Lardis, you gave him another opportunity, and this time he makes good on it as he beats Vakari glove side and picks up his 8th of the season, but more importantly, opens a 1-0 lead for the Dogs.
Well, Nick,
and you're going to have better success when you're trying to get that puck through.
Yeah, 2-man stack right in front of the net. Thomas, oh, a little rodeo move. Played Matador with Ewens charging him.
Should I say it? It's not his first rodeo.
Oh, Nick Lardis! Are you kidding me? Huge stop from the Bulldogs netminder. Lardis starts his way ahead. Time ticking away. Lardis fires. Painiemi blocks. Thomas collects. Back for Lardis. Scores! Nick Lardis! In overtime, the hero for the Bulldogs! It's a 4-3 victory. Fabe and Nelson into the circle. Corner, Lardis out front. Moore came to his backhand. Roberts back out into neutral ice. Remember what I said earlier in this game about what kind of a player Carson Cameron's going to be? Lardis off the left side. Brings it to the front, scores! Nick Lardis just would not be denied on this shift. It's his 11th of the season in his 10th game.
Spins it down for Patrick Thomas. One-timer, they score. That was the pass across they needed. And it was a quick-fire shot, power play goal. And it's Nick Lardis. Thomas, Lardis, Thomas. O'Brien steps out, was alone in the slot for a moment. Hammer will fire and score. Tomas Hamara. makes it 5-2.
There's more along the line for Protz. Nick Lardis turns with Protz off the left side. Out front, what a feed! They score! The big fella with the soft mitts. Owen Protz.
Bulldogs in the first, just their second and 38 opportunities on home ice.
Hamra stepping through a stick. Over the line, O'Brien for Lardis. Scores! Nick Lardis, the pullback, and he rips it. Lardis will collect his 13th of the season, and it's 2-0 Bulldogs.
That was a reverse announcer curse.
You tried it in the first period, you got it in the second.
Wow, I'm not trying, honest, but.
On that last power play for Barrie.
Owen Protz off the left. To the right side, Hamra pinballs it around the back. Lardis catches up to the puck. He'll accelerate all the way to the top. Lardis keeps going, finds the hole, and they score! It's the captain at the front of the net. Thomas tried backside for Lardis, second time, pinball to the end wall again. Brown wraps it around the board. Zidlitsky chasing Lardis, who gets the puck back to Hamra. Backside, O'Brien pulls up, swings it across for Lardis. Lardis sets Hamra from the top, through the pile, off back glass.
Got to keep an eye on Zidlitsky, leads the Steelheads with a couple shorthanded goals.
Thomas from below the goal line, feeds O'Brien. Didn't see what he wanted there. Backside, what a pass! Jake O'Brien manipulating time and space. Works it up the wall. Hamra to the front. Played on for Brown. Now O'Brien to Lardis, he scores! Jake O'Brien with another sizzler of a feed. And upstairs goes Nick Lardis. It's 99 in the OHL career for the Bulldogs sniper.
Steelheads there.
Lardis left circle, steps on, save, rebound, Brown, twist, Lardis scores! That's the century mark! It's the 100 club for Nick Lardis. His 100th goal in the Ontario Hockey League gives the Bulldogs the 4-3 lead.
And patience, the order that
Misa had it chopped away. Lardis comes to it again. Lardis down the rink. He's got the hat trick! 160 feet.
So Scott will get the penalty for hauling down Rossetto on his way to the net. There's a quick shot off the post. No, they score. It's Lardis. He was playing the point and has buried one on the power play to make it 2-0.
Chicago has some really good prospects in the Ontario Hockey League that are going to be Blackhawks.
Hamara keeps the puck in. Set up again for Lardis. Lardis, shot saved by Flores. Rebound, he scores! Power play, goal, his second of the afternoon. Lardis has given the Bulldogs the lead. Niagara. Here is Lardis. They collapse on him, but scoring on the power play. A beautiful three-way passing play. Thomas, and it's extended to a 5-3 lead. Play by Wysick, and Wysick will fight hard. Keeps the skates moving, gets it towards Mason Ray. Flores out of the net, but that's just as the Bulldogs take it, and it's flipped into the net. A hat trick for Nick Lardis. Back-to-back hat tricks for Nick Lardis.
The stick, backdoor feed. Here's a backhand by Lardis, shot, and they score. Crombie finishes it off. The puck was bouncing around a little bit there. And it's a 3-2 Brantford lead. Here come the Bulldogs making their way in. Patrick Thomas out towards the slot. Puck bouncing around. Thomas waits. What a pass. They score. What a play. Finished off by former Pete Nick Lardis. And that could be enough on this night. It's 4-2 Brantford. And it comes all the way down to the Peterborough line. And here's Nick Lardis. He's going to score into the empty net. So
O'Brien over the line, right side. Brown whipping it around the back. Comes all the way through to Thomas. For O'Brien. He'll catch it down. Lardis, right circle, holds up. Plays back to the top. Hamra into the pile. Scores! Tomas Hamra. Hamra waits to the right side. Lardis. From the right point, he'll walk on. Thomas, right circle. Tried it out front. Blocked by Sandu. Puck back to the line. Fake shot from Hamra. Lardis takes it off the right side. Into the pile, deflected just wide. Sandu working against Thomas. Brown on the doorstep and scores. On the wheel, taken down by Lardis. Saucers it high on the right, O'Brien. To Hamra, Bulldogs get set. Hamra's drive, deflected over the top. Thomas batted it out of the air. O'Brien, Lardis, save made by Oster, rebound, scores! Jake O'Brien. Bulldogs are back to within one. Lardis got.
Here's Protz now. Sends one rink wide. Hamra sends one down low. Lardis now on the far half wall. Works around the perimeter. Has some space. Goes around the net, wraps it around, and scores! Nick Lardis, do it yourself, wraps that one around and opens up the scoring for the Bulldogs.
Sends it behind the Oshawa net. Oster out to play it himself. Couldn't get it by Brown. Long shot finds Brown in front, scores! Hat trick for Cole Brown. Number 2 General D are in the box right now. As Lardis has got it. Hamra for O'Brien. O'Brien, Hamra, scores! 4-goal lead, 4 minutes into the... They'll back off of things.
4-on-3, lots of ice.
This is the second time this game we've seen a 4-on-3 power play. O'Brien walks in, shoots, and it rolls over the glove of Oster. Brown was on the doorstep.
O'Brien drops it back to Lardis. Lardis takes the shot, scores! What a shot from Nick Lardis. That was a bullet.
Gun coming through, a nice little drop pass there by Thomas, and watch Lardis just hits the top of the face-off circle, an absolute laser.
It's been a very, very solid shorthanded opportunities, and here's Lardis with some speed. Lardis shot, and it trickles through, tapping it on in. There is Brown.
The Bulldogs have the latest success. Shot that Parsons can't handle, it trickles.
Andrew Wysick and Ice Dogs have authored 4 shorthanded goals. Lardis coming back with O'Brien. It's a 2-on-1. Lardis will slide one across. Great save by Flores. They score on the rebound. The follow-up was by a sliding boards as the seconds tick away. Comes free, chopped up in the air. Asadorian, a wild swing, picked up by Lardis. Here's O'Brien out front for Van Acker. Backhander, Lardis scores. With 7.2 seconds to go. They can't hold him.
Lardis taking this one wide. And now looking for a pass option, and he does find Roberts in front, and they score. Calvin Crombie gets the icebreaker. It is 1-0 Brantford.
And Brantford just throwing that puck towards the net. Nick Lardis stopping up, trying to find him, and he finds Roberts on the far side.
He's already starting to fit into Brampton's system rather nicely in his first game. Roberts from the point, he scores. It was tipped in front. Might have been Patrick Thomas's goal, but the Bulldogs either way have a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
Hamra with Lardis and Thomas out there. He gains the zone, 26 seconds left in OT. Here's Lardis cutting to the net. Lardis in front, Thomas backhander, and he scores! Patrick Thomas wins it in overtime.
Nice little play in his own zone from Hamra.
And he's gassed.
Yeah, he's got to go to the bench, but Yurchek trying to hop into the rush as well. Yurchek high on the right for Lardis, scores! Adam Yurchek with the delivery. It's his first point in the OHL. He had everybody in the area code. Possession to the Bulldogs.
That's the strangest face-off win I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Nick Lardis with speed, working at Patterson on the left wing side. Thomas joining him on the right. Lardis for Thomas, weaves and fires and scores! 21 seconds! It's back-to-back overtime winners for the captain! Yesterday's game as well. Battaglia onto Hopkins, right side, out to the front. Kick save made by Leenders. Lardis, a little chip around Payaniemi, trying to get loose up the right side. Lardis forehand. Oh, what a goal! Nick Lardis goes coast to coast. the little self-chip around Payanyemi and unleashes a rocket. Williamson to Gondon, knocked loose from him. Lardis, a little bit of space. His drive, save Lalonde, rebound. Brown brings it down. Brown tried it across the rink. Lardis through his feet. Oh, Lalonde followed it. Thomas steals. Lardis again. That one will go. Well, he tried everything on that shift. And Nick Lardis finds the back of the net for its 28th of the season. As the puck goes down the length of the rink.
Yeah, they just had so many. They don't have a penalty kill team to play together.
Thomas to Lardis down the middle, through his legs. They score! Did it go in off Lardis' ridiculous move? No, it's going to be Patrick Thomas on the goal mouth set up. Carrying on the right side, spins back, has Hamara. Hamara back to the right circle. Lardis scores! From 4-1 down. The Bulldogs take the 5-4 lead on a Lardis laser. It's his 29th of the year.
Hamara for more. And slides it ahead off of Thomas. He was looking for Brown and finds Lardis. Lardis across. Brown! Empty net to shoot at. And just like that, bang, bang, the Bulldogs are up 2-1.
Lardis gets it at the left point, top of the circle. Down to O'Brien. O'Brien cross crease, scores! Off of a skating in. It'll go to Jake O'Brien, and a power play goal gives the Bulldogs a 1-0 lead. Ball going into the first break. Big rebound. Kaprowski stopped that one. Lunging out to deny Lardis. All Bulldogs here. This power play. Pouring it on, they score! Oh, it's just a matter of time. And Nick Lardis rips it home. It's 6-2.
With rising puck, re-grab back by Thomas. To the blue line, it will stay in the zone. Power play comes to an end. Either team 0 for 1 so far. Worked in, mid-slot. Opportunity, right in front, they score! Bulldogs strike first. Nearly 9 minutes into this one. Rightfully pretty frustrated with the decision made by the officials there. Top of the right circle, moving its way left wing side. O'Brien nearly with a great opportunity. O'Brien shoves it right wing side. They score. Nick Lardis power play goal. And the Bulldogs are back on top 3-2. So again, it's a knock, but it's not a knockout.
Yeah, certainly, and again, it's a one-goal game, right? So you can climb back into it with one shot, and the Otters will look to do that here, but the momentum, you can really feel it with Brantford at the moment.
Worked over right wing side, they score! Nick Lardis, that's 2 in the period, and it's a 4-2 lead for the Brantford Bulldogs. 32 goals on the year for number 16 in black and gold.
On for Lardis. Over the line, Lardis swings. Cuts it back into his own stride for Hamara high. Thomas right circle, scores! The captain shelves it, and the Bulldogs take the 1-0 lead. He looked initially. Jake O'Brien on for Cole Brown. To the top on the right side is Lardis. Low Thomas. Back to the top, Lardis into the right circle. Save made Nelson. Puck pops loose. O'Brien scores. It takes just 23 seconds for the Bulldogs power play to play it for Lardis. Didn't have enough on it. Podrekar. That one's blocked down on its way through. Lardis with speed. He's got Brown out to his left. Lardis on the right side. Lifts it for Brown. Back to Lardis. That was gorgeous. Cole Brown with an absolutely deft touch. Plays it right back.
Looking to connect. Now a partial breakaway coming in. Lardis fakes, shoots. He scores. What a beauty. Nick Lardis with some filthy mitts right there. And it's 2-0. Brantford Bulldogs.
Thomas off the left side, fires it to the front, rolling puck, Lardis back for Brown, they score! Isaac Ravel did everything he possibly could, but the bouncing puck finds the stick of
thing going on.
Well, he's got the size, the strength. Puck off the wall. Brown, gonna lay it back out, well, shouldn't say that, maybe nobody has the Arbor Jackeye strength. Nick Lardis around the back of the net. He'll twist, fire, and score! Nick Lardis, he found a hole. It's 2-1 Bulldogs. Lardis hits 35. in his bouncing puck. Morelli kept it on. Thomas gets it out. He's got Lardis wide. Lardis to the empty. That'll do it. 36 for 16. O'Donnell out to the top. Walks it along. Hamra cuts inside. Nice move. Hamra scores!
There you go.
Right on cue. Norm said the Bulldogs had to match the energy. Tomasz Hamra says, I'll do it myself. Walks in and rips it, ironing in his 5th of the season, 1-1. Stick onto that.
Yeah, here in Nor Van Vliet.
Whoa, Brown tried to flip it over the shoulder and Flores batted that down. Brown again across the front. Nick Lardis. It's 38 for 16 as the chase continues for Bulldogs history. It did take a little bit of time for that team to all come together.
Oh, absolutely.
Get a check with the poke along for Patrick Thomas. Now Nick Lardis.
Real people, not a video game.
That's right. Lardis on the right side. He'll hold up. Playing back to the blue line. Prox snaps it into the pile. They score! Owen Proxon. Crisscross. Yedicek attacks. Steps through the pile. Back for O'Brien out at the top. Wanted it backside to Lardis. Deflected by Zada. Lardis along the top. He'll carry all the way around the outside. Lardis back for Thomas. Saved by Flores. Brown scores. 6-0. Career high. 6-point night for the captain.
Love that. What an effort. Now another turnover. Lardis. Bullseye.
Lardis. That pass deflected. Colts trying to get to it. Puck's loose. O'Brien near side. Decides to go around the net. Passing it to Lardis. Shot scores! Nick Lardis, his 40th of the season.
Good example there. And again, just get it down low, O'Brien, and who else but Nick Lardis. Look at this shot. I mean, no chance.
Nick Lardis through the neutral zone. Lardis waits, fires. That one will squeak through. It was deflected.
I think this one's going to be tipped, and there's a chance there by Brown earlier. What an opportunity there, and the Bulldogs
is out there now wearing number 5. It's one of Greg's favorite hockey numbers. They score! A backdoor play.
Bit of a goal off the rush here, as it's going to be a hard weak side pass to Lardis here. Lardis is a left-handed shot on the right wing wall, and he's
gets to the line, passes it to Hayes. He turned it over. Brown, backhand pass to Lardis. Lardis has a step on his man. A shot, he scores! Nick Lardis with a wrist shot from the slot area. Greyhounds turned it over, and Brantford right back in the lead. It's 3. As the puck comes outside the zone at center, Lardis will flip it down the ice and into the empty net. And Lardis gets his second of the hockey game, and it's a 6-4 Brantford lead.
Working down, Lardis. And he's far side now. Little drop pass back to Lardis, and boy, wow, he is quick. He has got incredible hands, number 16. We'll leave it there for Lardis, and another one. He's got a hat trick. Over to O'Brien, give and go. They'll just do that for the next 5 minutes or so, and now they'll work it into the corner. Lardis makes it 4. Quick shot. Blockers stop. And for Lardis, back he goes to Jake.
Ice. Nick Lardis, right side, sending it around the back. Bounces past Thomas. O'Brien. Brown to Lardis. Lardis waits and fires and scores!
Wow.
It's 49 for 16. Back to Hamra. O'Brien, the open man. O'Brien with the look. Down low, Brown. Walks the goal line. Tries to stuff play. Back across Lardis. He scores! It's history for Nick Lardis. Drop is Epperson. Out front. Taken away by Lardis. Patrick Thomas looking to break forward. Could be 3-on-2. Lardis on the drop. O'Brien. Van Acker make it 4. They score! Tic-tac goal! Merrick Van Acker fed it out front. It'll skip loose. Thomas to Lardis. Down the rink. 51! He's tied the record!
That off. Get it with 27 seconds left. And Bulldogs start to Battle the clock. It's going to be Hamra. He'll just carry it to the line, dump it off Thomas. Far side, it's Van Acker. In for Lardis. Quick shot, scores. And he set the record. 52 on the season, and more importantly, ties it at 2.
They're going to be thinking I've lost my mind. Although that would say that I ever had it. As Hotless down below the goal line. Wraps it to the blue line. Brats onto Lardis. He'll skip away from Hotless. Lardis out to the front on his backhand. Oh, he's done it again! It's 53, and it's a thing of... Brown over the line, wanted Lardis. Puck was taken down by Tomas Hamra. Up to Brown. Over the line, Thomas, left wing circle for Lardis. Slides through Crete. Oh my goodness! I'm running out of words for the moments of brilliance.
McKee sending a bit of a message here. Read into that what you want, folks.
Tomas Hamra, middle of the line, playing off to Nick Lardis. Scores! Nick Lardis! Toss him if you got him! He's done it again!
Sends it off the boards, got it out over the line. Here's Thomas. Past Brown and all the way down into Niagara territory. Wysick back there, tries to get it back for Van Vliet. Centering pass, Lardis scores! 2-all tie.
The ice so that Hamra shot can't get through.
Not letting that low play across the front that we've seen the Bulldogs use to success of late.
Yep, they'll get the... They'll draw something up a little different, I think, in between periods. Leander's smart play there as Greyhounds had 2 forwards coming around on the backside of that dump in.
Leanders with a brilliant pass forward. O'Brien on to Lardis. Scores! Ryerson Leanders. Brilliant play coming up the rink. Nick Lardis finishes it off.
Early in his first, they got the goal scoring started.
3 goals on the board in the game. 9 different players have at least a point as Lardis through the middle for Cole Brown. Saved Miller. Got behind him. And Cole Brown says it's in.
Well, I think
O'Brien deals the puck out high to Hamra. Right side is Lardis. Lardis pulls back up. Hamra waits. Into the crowd. Scores! Tomas Hamra on a sizzler. The Bulldogs take just 10 seconds on the power play to take their first lead of the hockey game.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, this team has really been driven with the man advantage and by their top-end players, but can't say enough about the job the supporting cast has done going out there doing their job, right?
When it's been healthy.
Well, even now with the
you're right.
call-ups and the APs. And
Budnick steps on. Oh, my goodness gracious! Tommy Budnick is out from it. Mignosa stolen away by Thomas. On to Jake O'Brien for the empty net. He got it! Thomas to Lardis to O'Brien. 14.6 to go.
Draw one, and here's a chance right off the hop here for Nick Lardis. All alone, Lardis shoots, he scores! Closing in on 60, Nick Lardis. Feeling the need for speed at the PMC, and he has the key, but those 2 losses to the Ottawa 67s. Quick shot, they score. Lardis has 59. He snaps one right off the draw, and it's 3-1 Brantford. Lardis' second goal of the night. Hamra with it. Across. Lardis shoots, and he scores. That's number 60 for Nick Lardis. It comes on the power play. And
by the Brantford Bulldogs, it's Cole Brown across for the man. Who else? Nick Lardis, goal number 61. I'll call it. It didn't take too much time, just 25 seconds.
no, it did.
Brown will carry it up the wall. Now feeds Lardis, and he scores! His second of the game through the wickets of Colin McKenzie. And Brantford up 2-0.
Tough one here.
Lardis pulls it to his backhand, setting up. This is Moore now with a shot. Rebound, they score. It's Patrick Thomas alone in front, deposits it home. Brantford another on the other side, and Colin McKenzie met it there with the stick. Wide side, Radley. Radley with a shot that's off a stick and just wide of the mark. Now it pops back under the slot area. Lardis scores the hat trick goal. Nick Lardis, his 63rd.
He has Hamner over his shoulder. Has the look. Lardis fires and scores! Nick Lardis! Number 64! Oh, he just overpowered it that time! Brown, toss forward, Lardis and Thomas. 2-on-1 on Morelli. Lardis pulls and scores! 65! Can't be stopped! Won't be stopped! Nick Lardis, unbelievable! With Lardis coming over the board.
They gone end-to-end a couple times on that shift, so.
Thomas over the line, drop his Lardis with space. Lardis scores! 66 is the winner! In dramatic fashion against his old team!
Long range shot blocked. In front with a chance. Looking to the backside and he scores. Nick Lardis off of the blocker and the stick of Day, but it gets home. That is his 67th Thibodeau. And that puck bounced back for Fellinger in his pocket, picked by Lardis. Lardis scores! Nick Lardis, his second of the game, his 68th of the season. And it's 3-2 Brantford.
Our number 2. We'll skid it 4-on-4 for now. But just wait till there's a power play chance and a Lardis shot gets through. He doesn't need the power play chance. Nick Lardis, goal number 69 on the year. And the Bulldogs push speed into the offensive zone. Thomas down the wing, a drop pass that Brown didn't expect, but he'll pick it up anyway. Played to the net, kicked away by Papineau, put back in front. He sweeps it away and right onto the stick where it's punched home by Cole Brown. Just overwhelming the Bulldogs in the offensive zone. They've got a 5-1 lead. O'Brien and Lardis out here on the power play. Lardis has the puck. And O'Brien's going to carry it in. Dished off. Here's Cole Brown. Put back in front. Looking for Lardis. He scores! It's a power play goal, and Nick Lardis finds his...
Gets more experience as well, too.
Now here's a strong rush by Van Acker. In behind the goal. Wraparound attempt. A rebound scores. That's Lardis with goal number 71. A 2-1 lead for the Bulldogs.
Here, this is how it starts here. And Acker goes over the blue line. Going to go all the way around behind the net. And just shovels it towards the goal in the wraparound. And Lardis was able to read and react. He's got a gold standard.
O'Brien. Cross for Lardis. Shot along the ice. Pickles there, make that Schenkel, and it's pushed over the goal line. A power play goal. And the Bulldogs go up by 2. It's Merrick Van Acker. To Miedema, not enough on it, and now Lardis brings it back in. Moving in on Schenkel. His pass goes right through the blue paint. Now it's shot from the angle and they score. It's Krimpatic. Schenkel didn't know where the puck was. It was way out at the point and just sent towards the net by Krimpatic, and it's a 3-0 game.
And it was a crowded crease because Ewens was down in the crease with him, and I think that impeded Schenkel's ability to move.
Addition. As Nick Lardis will escape forward off the right side. Lardis over to Brown, up front, Thomas scores! Patrick Thomas squeezes it inside the post. Lardis will speed ahead. He'll collect the puck. Lardis tried it. That wouldn't go off the outside of the net. Jacob LeBlanc knocked down by Nick Lardis. Now he's got it. Nick Lardis makes the play and seals game 1. To Brown. He'll pull up high on the right. Brown to the slot. Backside Lardis. Got into his skates. Lardis from behind the net. He found a way.
That this season, but the man to my left would probably know if he had.
To the post. Lardis turns for the empty. Got it. 160 feet. Nick Lardis seals game 2.
Number 16, Nick Lardis, and he makes no mistake.
He got in behind LeBlanc, who was coming over the boards, had a long change here in the overtime period. Thomas behind the net. Thomas centering pass, they score! Van Acker Acker has won the game for... And pass to Brown. Up into the corner. LeBlanc back for it. He's tripped up. Coincidental contact, and it took out. They score!
No goal.
And that...
Oh, there's an unsportsmanlike. Here's a good look at it right here. Fresh sheet of ice.
Here's the trip right there. That's a penalty. Not called. Two defensemen hopelessly locked in the corner, and Lardis.
Tommy Budnick, Hamra floats it in off the line. O'Brien out front, Van Acker couldn't kick it to his stick. Bouncing puck, Lardis tries, scores! Nick Lardis, 11 seconds into the power play. Bulldogs win the puck net front, and Mr. 71 lights the... Slap pass, wanted procession just behind him. Bulldogs trying to move with numbers. Brown, right wing side, working at Ride. Fed middle, Lardis through his feet. They score! Nick Lardis, it's magical! The most goals in the Canadian Hockey League, and he's found another way to hit the back of the net.
What a feed by Cole Brown.
I see shirts, I see lunch boxes. Brown through the middle of the ice. Thomas back to Lardis. One-timer. Scores! Nick Lardis! Toss him if you got him. It's a rocket. Nice play by Griffin. Big hit by Brown on Rogowski. Thomas will start the puck forward. Wants Lardis. Through the middle of the ice, comes back to Budnick. To Brown, up front, Budnick scores! Tommy Budnick. Budnick locked up there. Cole Brown after the puck. Rink wide to Nick Lardis. Lardis accelerating, flips it wide to Brown. Brown left side, scores! He came into this game without a goal, but his first in the playoffs is a huge one. Ritchie again for Morelli. Back to Ritchie. Across for Barlow. Blocked off by O'Brien. O'Brien will settle the puck for Lardis. In behind Morelli. Lardis pulls up. He got it. The Bulldogs are going to take game one from 2-0 down. The Bulldogs draft picks are in attendance today, and they just got introduced to the crowd. And a sold-out 3207 went ballistic. Lardis scores! They're going to go ballistic again! Puck knocked middle. Lardis collected it, sent it to the front, off the blocker and in. Thomas into neutral ice, slides wide left for Protz. Protz working at Danford. Protz swings it out. Lardis fakes, takes, scores! A Lardis laser off a brilliant play from Owen Protz. 4-2 Bulldogs. He's the most dangerous shooter. O'Brien pulls into the slot. His shot deflected wide. Danford got a stick to it. Hamra from the top. Down low is Lardis. Sharp angle. Toss him if you got him. Nick Lardis. It's another hat trick.